Well, this is perfect timing. I gotta go get that and show you guys. Hey guys, it's Maggie and I am back today. I just started filming and I saw FedEx drive by and had to run downstairs to get this box, which is something that I wanted to show you, but I was a little worried. It was supposed to arrive yesterday, didn't show up, didn't know what was happening, tracking kind of fell off. Thankfully, it arrived today because it's a pretty important box. You might be able to tell I'm in our bedroom right now because I just want to do one small thing of organization. I am planning for the future, clearly, it feels like it's coming fast. And so many of you guys recommend getting a bedside bassinet, so that's what we did. It's actually the first thing on our baby registry that somebody bought for us. If you know Manchild, Tyler, our friend, his mom actually bought us the baby bassinet, so kind of her. My guess is we're gonna put it right here beside where I sleep, but I know that I'm gonna need something here, like a bedside table of some sort right here to put stuff for her. But also right now, it would be really convenient for me. I have been storing whatever I need overnight, which is a lot of stuff, on the windowsill here. This windowsill, though, is really difficult for me to reach back and get whatever I need, which is like, you know, I bring up water or something to drink. I have my phone, I've got my chapstick, I've got my lotion, I've got a slew of things that I keep up here. And it's getting harder for me to move back and get it just because I am getting a little bit round. I'm not as flexible as I once was. Not that I was ever all that flexible. Anyways, got that bookshelf back there. I'm going to move it beside my bed. I didn't originally because the closet's here. There isn't a ton of space, but I don't go on the side of the closet all that often. I think it'll be fine. Anyways, I thought while I was doing that, moving it over here, I would chat with you guys about birth planning and fears that I have surrounding birth, because it feels like time is not slowing, and I feel more and more pressure to just get things done, get things organized, and really plan for what I want. But before we get into that, I do want to thank today's sponsor. It's what I'm drinking right now. Are you surprised? We've got a glass of Element. Element has become my favorite zero sugar electrolyte over the last year, and it being zero sugar is so important to me. Any sugary fluids tend to run through me and come out my ostomy, making me more dehydrated than when I started. And I deal with a lot of dehydration. This is the electrolyte that makes me feel better the fastest, gets rid of that dehydration, headache, and fatigue that I often feel. I mean, I start drinking one of these and within the hour, I feel back to myself. I think that the 1,000 milligrams of sodium, the 200 of potassium, and the 60 of magnesium really come together and do the job. They get it done. There's no other artificial ingredients or coloring or gluten, and they're really simple to use. They come in these single serving packets here that you just open up and pour into your water. And the one that I have here today is their chocolate medley. So I am drinking the chocolate chai as I go throughout my day today because I know I want to get hydrated earlier on in the day. Otherwise, I'll be up all night in the bathroom. Their hot chocolate flavors are so delicious, but if you're not into that, they have their fruit flavors, like watermelon's one of my favorite, the raspberry one's one of my favorite, their citrus salt, oh my gosh. That, I think Zach and I love that one too. Plus they have sparkling waters, so you have a variety of options to get yourself hydrated. Right now, Element is offering my viewers a free 8 single serving packet sample, so you can try a variety of their flavors, or you can share it with somebody if that's what you want to do. Personally, I would probably keep them because they're very delicious. Great way to keep hydrated, and I know you're going to enjoy them. So make sure to go to drinkelement.com/LetsTalkIBD to get that free sample pack. That's drinkelement.com/LetsTalkIBD. Thank you so much to Element for sponsoring my video and single-handedly keeping me hydrated. Okay, so first things first, somebody asked to see my belly, so I thought I would show my belly again. I think it's been a couple of weeks, but to me, every week I notice a difference. So I'm gonna show you my belly here. Yes, my ostomy bag is not completely empty. Sorry about that. He's been a little bit active today. But yeah, as you can see, we're getting we're getting a little bit round, and my pants are cutting into my skin here just because these are not maternity pants at all. They're like, I think they're mediums, smaller mediums. And normally I would be an extra small. I did size up because I thought they would be comfortable in pregnancy. For the most part they are, but I am getting a little bit of pressure on my skin here. I'm really proud though of my scar because I know that my scar, I've had questions about it when people see it, like, are you planning on getting it fixed in the future? As of right now, no. I know that it looks rough. It was not meant to look like this. When I had my original surgeries, I had the tiniest little laparoscopic incisions that are now pretty much invisible. Like I have a hard time trying to find them. But when things kind of fell apart inside of me and I had peritonitis, they had to quickly open me up and clean me out. So that's why I have the midline. Then the midline split open and it had to heal from the inside out. We had to do wound care for months at home. Like, it was tunneled. It was, oh, I wish I had pictures. I wish I still had pictures to show you guys what this incision looked like. But it is amazing how it looks now compared to what it started out like. I don't know if it's because I had the surgery when I was 16 and it's been so long, but it feels strong. Like, a lot of the time with scars, they feel, I don't know, crunchy. The tissue integrity is not as strong as your normal skin. This honestly feels quite soft. And as my belly has pushed out, knock on some wood, nothing has really impacted it too much. So, you know, it's served me well. I know it doesn't look the best, but it doesn't bother me really. So I don't really have any plans to fix it. When the original plan was to have a reversal of my ostomy, we did have plans to fix it up, but I'm not worried about it. Unless it bothers me in the future, you know, I'm okay with it. Also, before I move this bookshelf and talk to you about birth planning, let's open up this box here. I can't use it yet, but I'm excited that it arrived. So I got my breast pump and here it is. Ah! Why is this so exciting to me? I do not know. So I got the Spectra S1 because that's what people said to get online. It was recommended quite vastly just because it's a hospital grade pump. I guess the suction's really good. And the S1 compared to the pink one that they have, I guess this has a battery pack so I can move around with it. So I got this guy. I don't think I'm going to open it yet because what am I going to do with it? I'm not going to do anything. But I thought I would show it to you. That's an exciting development. Okay, so along with this, it looks like I also have the milk storage bags. So this is what they sent me. I was able to get, I guess, 300 of them. Yeah. Looks like 300. I'm going to be honest with you. I have no concept for what's normal in pumping, like amount-wise, and how frequently I'm going to go through these bags. I have been looking a lot into breastfeeding. I haven't taken the classes yet that are available through my insurance, but I've been looking into a lot of things relating to breastfeeding and also autoimmune diseases. And there's some really interesting research. I read a couple of meta-analyses on lower risks for inflammatory bowel disease in breastfed children. So that was something I really wasn't super aware of, but interesting. And if I'm able to do that, fantastic. I'd love to breastfeed. If the pump becomes involved and I do a bit of that, you know, I'm trying to prepare myself as best as possible for all scenarios, essentially. All right, let me put this guy back in the box. I'm glad that we have that. I feel like, you know, we're checking things off the list. Okay, so as I grab all of these hangers to organize and stuffed animals that I have to hide from Holly or else she'll take them. These were all in my closet. They're from my childhood, and I think some are actually stoma, like ostomy bears. I want to talk about birth planning because it is becoming very real to me now that she's gonna have to come out somehow or another, especially after that 4D ultrasound that we had. Like, her little chubby cheeks and the way that she had her foot over her head and she was like kicking me, it was wild. That really, gosh, it really solidifies things. I know that a birth plan is really, it's a big thing that a lot of people work hard on and spend a lot of time thinking about. And it's something that obviously is going through my mind. So I'm Googling, you know, what do people typically put on their birth plan? And when I look at stuff like that, I'm like, man, I've been hospitalized so many times. I've had a number of surgeries and I know how things go and they don't always go to plan. It feels like more often than not for me, they don't go to plan. And so I'm almost fearful to make a birth plan, have these expectations, and then they're shattered day of. Thankfully, I feel like I'm pretty go with the flow. So I guess I'm not super worried about having those dreams shattered. I just want to be really open about what I'm wishing for. So for right now, we are planning on a vaginal delivery. And I'm going to do different things to hopefully prepare my body for that, including, you know, some certain pelvic floor exercises that my pelvic floor therapist helped me learn. And I know there's things about raspberry tea and eating dates and stuff. I want to check with my doctor, but as long as that kind of stuff doesn't harm me as we get closer to the end, that might be something I do. I know a lot of this stuff, you wait towards the end because you don't want to induce yourself too early. Induction is another thing that I'm thinking about. I know people have really strong opinions about induction or, you know, hoping to go into labor naturally. I'm like, obviously I hope and I would try to have labor come on naturally, but if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, and I'm okay with that. I do want to really educate myself though about the different ways of induction. So that's something I'm going to be looking into. On the day of though, or days, however long this might take, I'm thinking about like what I'm hoping the room will be like. And obviously Zach is going to be there. Zach has been, I think, my number one advocate, other than my dad. You know, you go into adulthood, you get married, your husband hopefully becomes a good advocate for you. And that's exactly what I experienced. And he's done that every time, like during all my surgeries and all those stays and even that ectopic surgery and that whole experience, because that wasn't just a physical hard time. Emotionally, that was one of the hardest things I had ever gone through. I've never cried so much in my life and he was there. So I'm very grateful that I'm going to have him. I'm standing here not doing anything. I'm grateful that I'm going to have him by my side. Now, there is another person, though, that I think will be there, and it's somebody that I'm totally okay being there. That is Zach's mom. So I do believe that she is actually planning on coming back up north. She's in Florida. I do believe she's going to come back up north to help us with the baby. I don't know the logistics of that, but, you know, obviously any help is fantastic. I don't know if she's planning on being in the room with us during it. I think there are certain probably intimate moments that maybe Zach and I want to share just the two of us. But, you know, I don't have any dignity left when it comes to downstairs. I've had every doctor up my butt and all around. The world has seen me, okay? So I don't really have any concerns about that, her being there. And also I know with Zach, he can read me pretty well. When I need silence or I need time or quiet or whatever, he can read that pretty well and be the judge for me and help me out in those situations. So I believe that, you know, if I'm not feeling good or I need a couple minutes just solitude, or maybe I have to deal with my ostomy, I will be able to tell Zach that and he'll be able to advocate for me without necessarily using words, which is so helpful for me. And one of the things, I have some silly things that I'm sort of fearful of, sort of fearful of, for. Sorry. One of those things is feeling nauseated. Like I'll tell you what, I would rather experience pain than nausea. First trimester was terrible because I don't do well with nausea. When it comes to pain, I am okay using distraction techniques. I'm okay with positioning. Like I can usually get through pain pretty decently, but when it comes to nausea, that is such a difficult symptom to deal with. And I know that sometimes the medications that they give you can make you feel sick. So I'm hoping, that's something I'm going to look into. If nausea relief medications are an option during labor, great. That would be fantastic. What am I going to do with all these hangers? Why do I have my best friend's hanger from our wedding? Kelsey, what are you doing? Leaving your stuff here. Yeah, that's one of my fears. Another thing, so say things don't work out and I have to get a C-section. I'm preparing all the stuff that I bring to the hospital to be for whatever way we deliver, right? But I've seen that occasionally with C-sections, some people have this thing where, it's a nerve block in your spine and it can make you feel like you're not able to breathe. You are breathing, but you're numb. Your lungs, like you don't feel them moving. I am so afraid of that. I don't like the idea of feeling like I can't breathe. So that is actually one of my fears. And absolutely, my hope is that Zach can be by my side. And that's kind of one of the reasons I want an epidural over not having one. I don't know what pain's going to be like down there for me. It could be different because of surgeries I've had. But having an epidural, I think also it helps you prepare for a C-section better. In terms of you already have access in your back and they can give you the medications that they need. I think if I was trying to go for a natural delivery and then I needed an emergency C-section, it would have to be general anesthesia. That's my understanding if I did not have an epidural. So that's another thing I'm looking into. And just to state, like, I'm not an expert on any of this. This is me just trying to look up what I can and ask questions to my doctor that I can. But these are the things that are crossing my mind. So if you're in a similar position, maybe it's something you might want to think about too. Okay, let's see. Got this area all cleaned up. Get my heating pad up there. Don't worry, I don't put my heating pad on my belly. I've got a bunch of perfume and stuff on here, so I'm just going to take that off really quickly. Tons of books too. Oh my gosh, it just about fits with a couple of inches on either side. Okay, there we go. It's still kind of far back though. But it's still closer, so I think this will work out really well. And then I can put my stuff beside me and it'll be a lot easier. Okay, cool. Why does it look like it's tilted? This entire house is like this. Whatever. Maybe I'll put a block or something under one side. Anyways, I gotta put all that stuff over there back on it. Anyways, obviously there's a lot that I'm trying to think about, but if there's anything that you think I'm not thinking about in terms of the day of and what I might wish for, please let me know, because I'm Googling birth plans. Like, what do people ask for or wish for? And, the variety of things that they can wish for. But I am probably missing out on things that can happen when you've never been through it. So that's why I like to just share the experience. And, maybe it'll jog somebody's memory if they're thinking about their future labor soon. Right? I'll tell you what, though, I think we're going to have an active girl because she moves so much. And I can't even tell you, like, yes, sometimes it hurts and sometimes she sits on my bladder and it's an interesting feeling, but it gives me so much peace of mind. I feel her so frequently now where I'm not wondering, what's going on in there. She moves all the time. I wake up to her moving. I go to sleep to her moving. She moves so many times throughout the day. I know some people say that you can feel them hiccuping. What does that feel like? Because what I feel her roll, like it feels like she changes position, but I also feel kicking. And it's so funny because while I do feel her kick, apparently her head and her leg that's over her head are kind of right here. She must have another leg or an arm down in my butt. And I don't know if it's because I don't have a rectum there, but I feel her way more down there than I do on the surface of my belly, which is where I thought you would, like in my mind before pregnancy, that's where I always thought you would feel your baby is, oh, on your belly, like cute. No, it's up my butt. And it really makes me wonder if I really feel it there because I don't have the cushion of a rectum, like blocking that area. I swear if I put my hand between my cheeks, I can feel her like you would feel her on your belly. Do I do that? No, because that's a little weird, but I definitely could. It's so close to the surface. It's crazy. All right, enough with the TMI. I'm going to work on getting all that stuff back onto this bookshelf. Maybe I'll get it to not be leaning to one side. But thank you so much for just hanging out with me today, listening to the future of our birth plan. Is it a plan? It's not really a plan because, you know, things can go wonky and things... I feel like I can't make a solid plan, and I'm going to be okay with that. We're going to roll with the punches and it'll work out. Number one priority, she needs to get here safe, and we'll do what we got to do. If we can do it vaginally, fan-freaking-tastic. If we got to go through a C-section, okay, we'll recover. We'll do what we need to do. We've done it before. In terms of day of, though, I'm really, really glad to have Zach as my person because he's just... Well, that's why I married him. He's my best friend, so he knows me the best out of any person in the world. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to Element for sponsoring this video. Make sure to get your free 8 single serving packet sample by going to drinkelement.com/LetsTalkIBD. It's what I'm drinking now, and I'll continue to drink probably for the rest of my life. I don't know. Hopefully they keep making it forever. But yes, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next. Bye, guys.
Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you are looking for a way to help support my channel, consider liking this video or even subscribing. You can also check out my store at LetsTalkIBD.shop. I have stickers and hoodies like these guys over here, just related to chronic illness and inflammatory bowel disease, something fun. And I also have a coupon code for my YouTube watchers. You could also become a member of my channel like the wonderful people scrolling on screen here. They've become a member and they have access to videos a little bit earlier. It's a great way to support my channel, and really, just watching my videos means the world. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next.